Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our guest tonight is CEO and founder of LocalTalentConnect, the global social network for arts and entertainment industry. Todd Wharton joins us to tell us about LTC and their upcoming mixer that you don't want to miss. Please help me welcome Todd Wharton. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Steve? Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it. A lot of love to Atlanta.
Most definitely. We definitely appreciate you and your support. So listen, for those who haven't heard about LocalTalentConnect, which is a wonderful network, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a global social network, like you said, for the art and entertainment industry. And when people ask me what exactly that is, just picture like a Facebook for the art and entertainment industry, but more offline. We created a network, basically a networking event. And this event, the reason why it got so big here in New York is because there's no name dropping. There's no, we promised this, we promised that, who's going to be there. It's a real event. Now, the difference between us and anybody who's trying to develop a mixer, our job is kind of like the middleman. We cut out the politics. Our job, which what we created, is that we reach out to every type of artist, media, entertainer, professional of all genres, not just your typical actor, singer, song. Every genre of the word art, from an architect, culinary, you name it. And you bring everybody together from the entire industry, from a key grip to a sound guy, a graphic designer, and now you have an event because all these people work with each other. And the problem that they're always having over the years is they're good at what they do. But when they go to all these events to network and meet people, and people use the word network in order to mixer or they name drop to bring people in, they're not actually doing any good to the industry. They're blowing smoke and they're trying to become a name themselves by lying to people that haven't come to the door, and then the next day they say, hey, we had all these people there, which they didn't, and then they don't tell people about other promoters. So LTC is strictly for the industry. Well, we'll put on an event every other month here in New York. We pack it out, and it became so big, we came number one in the first 4 months that it was out. Wow. And now what we're looking to do is, it's our 3rd-year anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I didn't think that it would be like this, but it is, so I got to roll with it. So now we're looking to put one in hopefully every city within the next 2 to 3 years. Not every one, but the major ones, like one in Atlanta, one in L.A., one in Chicago, one in New Orleans, to give you guys the outlets you've never had. Right. You know, the openness of, like, somebody like a Stephen Knight can walk in an LTC event and meet tons of artists. And guess what's going to happen? Even though Stephen's a name, he can also have a line of interviews for the next 3 years.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the point. It's about taking a new school of networking online, which is cool. You connect, but the real magic happens when you meet people in person, develop that relationship like you do personal. You build trust, you build a camaraderie, and then eventually, if things go well, you start working with each other. And, if you don't, you don't. But networking is a lifetime work. If you're not willing to do your life, do something else.
Exactly. And then it also, and one thing, because networking is huge in this industry, is also, say someone that's looking for someone that does something. You know what I mean? It may not always be a service that you may need, but it may be a service of someone else and then they will have a service they can offer you or someone they can offer you. So it really is important about networking because you just never know who does what, who knows who.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, I love the fact you said who knows who, because I hate when people call me and are like, well, Todd, who's going to be there? And my answer is you. You're going to be there. And that's your attitude, because even if a med celebrity is going to be there and we do get a nice amount, they're not going to be like, drop the drawers and here's my agent and we're going to get you on this, or I just found a perfect guy that you can design their website. No, it's about building that camaraderie. And like you said, let's say I'm networking with Stephen Knight, and I'm an actor, for example, looking for a director. Now, you're not a director, but I'm talking to you. We get to know each other over the months, right? We develop that business relationship. You might have a friend that's exactly the one I'm looking for, and let's say I'm out and we meet up for drinks, right? And this guy comes along, and because you built the trust in me, you turn me on to this dude. Now I just made a great connect because I took my time in networking. And networking, like I said, is about building trust. It's not an overnight thing. You can't just walk into an event and be like, hey, I'm going to get this. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
So we teach people.
What made you start LTC? What was your original motive behind that?
The restaurant industry. Working from a porter all the way up to a GM, become family with all these people you work with. But the restaurant and food industry is one industry that 95% of the people in the art and entertainment industry actually work in the restaurant industry or some type of, hospitality, because it's the only job that you can make good money, have the flexibility, and do what you love to do. Yeah. And I just saw what people don't see. I see all the downfalls of passion. It's a phrase I created, basically meaning that, everybody's doing their thing, they're working a job, paying bills, but you see what people don't see when they go to the shows or anything else, how they prep for that. You see the crying. You see, I keep going to these events. This person lied to me. I'm a model, and this person only wanted to get in my pants. All this stuff. And I become their friends. So I realized that, you know what? They actually need their own platform. Right. So I interviewed everybody, over 200 people, and did my research and took my time, and it just blew up. I found a gap in the market because I'm the connector. Like, picture LTC at the top, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not the biggest company yet, but picture Reverb Nation below us, Stage 32, STAG. Now, all these companies are bigger than me. And the reason why I say LTC at the top, we want to become that umbrella that connects everybody. Like Facebook connects everybody socially. LTC is there to connect the art and entertainment industry socially and business-wise, but offline. So when you go to an event, an actor will meet a chef will meet a director will meet a graphic designer will meet a key grip, but they all work with each other. So we're the connector. We're kind of like the top of the pyramid.
Nice. So when you established this 3 years ago, did you ever imagine it be as big as it is today?
No. I mean, man, listen, I built this just to help my friends. And I was originally an online thing that it was an idea that failed, but you have to do a lot to fail. So I remade the network so it's more clean. And now our focus is the offline networking, which we've got to develop a membership rewards program, which is going to be great, and we're having celebrities that call us now to perform. So having a celebrity perform is going to bring in more people. So awesome, It went from just being a standard event to the biggest thing here in New York. And by putting it in every city, I'm going to be helping artists and business people all over the world. And I just want to hear more people say, hey, Todd, I met so many people at your event. Guess what? I got 2 gigs lined up because of it. Thank you. That's all I care about.
Absolutely.
I never thought it would be like this. Nobody does. I mean, and I never thought about the money part of it because I was planning on becoming a restaurant manager for the rest of my life. Wow, that's not happening anymore.
No, absolutely not.
That's how it works. But if you find something you love and you're really good at it and you feel like it's worth it, then you got to sacrifice a lot of things to make it great. And my goal right now is I have to sacrifice some things to make this great because this has become too important for a lot of people.
Absolutely. And it's like you said, you're helping people in so many ways, artists, and get recognition and to network. So your next event is April 25th. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's I'm blessed. We're going back to basics, just networking, and now I have the honor. Jace For Real, his people called me up. Now, Jace For Real, if you guys don't know, is the lead singer or was the lead singer for Soul For Real.
Right.
Soul For Real is a platinum award group that was started, I believe, by Bad Boy, Candy Rain. Yeah, you know that song. I'm hearing you singing it, and then You're On My Mind. That's another great song. They did a lot with Heavy D, and so they called me up and they said, listen, everybody was talking, where's the place that we should perform to get back in the scene? And people are talking about LTC. So now what's happening is guys like Jace are hitting me up being like, hey, you got the crowd, you got the following, we want to perform. So I'm honored to have Jace perform. And I just signed, and I'm really happy about it. I became really tight with Frank Lucas. Okay. Now, if you guys know who Frank Lucas is, American Gangster. Mm-hmm. All right, Denzel Washington. His son is a hip-hop artist, really good.
Yeah.
We became friends. He's got a lot of connects, and he's a great guy. And he's like, Todd, Jace is my boy. So we worked it out where he's going to open for Jace.
Wow.
So now
that's that networking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know all these people. That's exactly what I'm glad you just said. The only reason why I know you and Jace and Frank and all these people is through networking.
Yeah.
It's basic principle, So now the mixes are the same. Red carpet, step and repeat, photographers, video crews, But now we're going to offer celebrities performing, which when you have that, they bring in a lot of people. So now the A-listers and the D-listers all become one thing, listers. That's it. Nobody's up and down. They're all equal. And it's going to make it 10 times better. So it's Tuesday, April 25th, 2017 at Taj in New York City. It's Taj Lounge, which is tajlounge.com. Starts at 6 p.m., goes to at least 1. You can also find the event at LocalTalentConnect.com. And we're pretty excited about it. I'm excited to meet the dude. I mean, I've spoken to him a number of times, but having somebody like that I listened to growing up that's actually now performing on a stage of a corporation that I created originally, but I've had help from a lot of people as well. It's an honor.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like a great event. And so, at your other events, do you have like indie artists performing?
Everybody.
They're all
no, I mean, I had other events like the Indie Artist Showcase, Cinema Series, and Comedy. Those have all put on hold because I was losing focus on what LTC was meant for. Was a platform for networking, and there's nothing like it in the world, and we're doing it. So eventually, I will restart the other events again. But I don't want to throw all my eggs in one basket and ruin what could be very big, which is already becoming. Now, I will let you know something because I have been speaking about it. If people have been looking me up, I actually just partnered up with an incredible lady named Andrea Holm Tompkins here in New York. Now, she runs a company called Ace Media Corp. And I want everybody to look her up. It's Ace Media Corp. They do the marketing and repping for Oprah, Kevin Hart, TNT, NBA, Super Bowls. They do everything, okay? I approached them with this idea because of the problems going on in the world right now. Like there are a lot of movements, Black Lives Matter, and all these movements that are amazing, and I back them. The problem is that in today's world, the only reason why we're having all these problems are two reasons. One, it's always been there. But the only reason why we know about it is social media is allowing us to know about it, okay, which is number one. So it doesn't stay in a little town. Somebody gets killed in Kansas, it's not in Kansas anymore. It's all over the world.
Exactly.
The other part is that we're living in a present life right now, presently, because we're living in past rules made up by our forefathers, you can call them, because people that when they mock it, what they don't understand, they put rules on it. This is how it should be. But you know what? Today's a different world. So everything that's going on is based on what has been created in the past. So terrorism, racism, sexual persecution, you name it, is everywhere now, and it's becoming a problem. So I decided, what about doing a different movement, a movement called One Love, L's Up, where symbol is your L in the air, right hand up, L's up, very powerful. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a concert here on New York City, a big one, which we're going to have only A-list performers and big businesses be a part of it. And we're going to take it around the country and around the world to promote the One Love, L's Up movement, to let people know, guys, at the end of the day, we're human beings. End of story. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're German, whether you're Jewish, Catholic, white, black, it doesn't matter. We're all human. And why are you going to live on this earth for 70 years and be angry? For what? And I speak, and I get hired to speak. And what I'm doing is when I speak, I take the peaceful side of talking and make it logical. Or when I speak to racists, I'm like, well, I don't understand how you're a racist, and there's no real reason for it. But you're also the same dude that will make plans to go to the beach to get a tan. You know, when you put in that perspective, you open up the light. You know, basically saying stuff like, you know, the sky is the reflection, the color of the ocean. That's why we have the sky is blue. But my attitude is we admire a rainbow. But I walk around rainbows every day, so I admire my life every day. So it's about making a movement of unity to make people realize that, you know, be strong enough to stand alone and be wise enough, you know, to stand apart, but be critical enough to stand together when the time's right.
That's right.
And there ain't no other time right now. And just be happy with who you are, no matter what you are. And we're creating a concept called I Am New York City. It's a commercial based on the One Love movement, where it's basically going to be like, you know, I'll use the example like, hi, my name's Stephen Knight. I'm African-American. I don't know, I'm Italian. I'm Jewish. I'm from Muslim descent. I'm a father of two. I am New York City. Basically what that means is New York is the melting pot of the world. Because everybody's here. Because everybody's here. And it's not because of the food, the skyscrapers, brother. It's about everybody's here and we get along, and it's about the people. So the attitude is, if we can do it, why can't you?
Right. Yeah. I like that.
Simple.
I like that a lot.
Very, very simple. Because if you've known me for 3 years. I have love for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you're beautiful in my eyes. You have to earn the right to be a blank hole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, between politics, the terrorism, people don't like Trump, people don't like Clinton, all that stuff. At the end of the day, don't let it change who you are. Everybody has their own opinions. Let them have it.
Right.
But if you really want to live in a cool world, realize the fact that when you're walking down the street, we're all family. We're all human. We all bleed the same blood. We all go to the bathroom the same way. We eat the same way. There's no difference. And if you look, and if you really think we're that different, then you know what? Then close your eyes and hopefully picture another world that you think is utopia. But I guarantee you, when you open them and there's nobody around you, you're living on an island by yourself.
It's true. That is the truth. I love that.
No?
I love that. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Sorry to go off on that, but
no,
it needs to be heard, and we're moving around the country with it. That's why I want people to look us up.
Yeah, most definitely. Tell them again where they can keep up with you, the website, and I know you're on social media. Tell them all that, Todd.
Yeah, let's go through it. Website is LocalTalentConnect. That's LOCAL, talent, TALENT, connect, CONNECT.com. Instagram is LocalTalentConnect, which is doing booming right now. Twitter, which we're working on, which is LocalTalentCX. They wouldn't let us spell it out. Facebook, LocalTalentConnect. You can find me with my name on LinkedIn, Todd Wharton. And then YouTube is LTC TV, the Artist Network. So you can just type in LTC TV. It's a very simple concept, but it has a big meaning to it. It's a small concept with a huge meaning. And all I ask is everybody around the world, especially this industry, is just live life with passion and do what you want to do. Don't listen to the critics. Don't listen to people putting you down. And don't be a starving artist. Listen, if you're a waiter, be a waiter. You know, that's your job. It pays the bills, but it's not who you are. You know? And keep doing that job until your passion pays the bills, becomes your career. Because I don't want to see starving artists anymore hoping that something's going to turn up when it's not. So until it turns up, put money in your pocket, take care of your kids. If you're a single mom, I give it up to you. Keep working hard. Dads, all you guys, keep working hard until one day. And if it doesn't work, fine, but it doesn't mean you have to give up. Your passion is your life. Be your passion, but be smart about it.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well said. Well said. Listen, Todd, I thank you so much, man, for joining us tonight. And, again, for more information about Local Talent Connect, please go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, and we'll be right back after this.
Thank you.